Now, are you able to view the screen
No.
of you now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. In Informatica, we discuss like a designer, right?
Yes, sir.
Designer,
Yes, sir.
workflow manager, and then
Workflow
monitor,
monitor,
Monitor.
monitor, right?
repository
And
monitor.
Yes, exactly. Repository manager. All these four components, Informatica client components, right? Now I will show you how to work with this all the components. What is the purpose of each and every component here? Now, one second. Submit. See here, once all the things is done properly, installation is done properly in your machine, okay, then what you have to do is you have to start the VMware. Double click VMware workstation. It will come like this. VMware workstation. You have to double click on that, and then you have to power on virtual machine. Power on. Once it started, you have to click power on virtual machine. What it will do means, this is the Informatica image means everything will be installed in this, like whatever the necessary softwares for Informatica tool, so those things will be installed. So like Informatica software, at the same time Oracle software, this will be in separate OS. In your system, one more OS will start. See here, one more OS is starting, right? So this is VMware. This is the virtual machine. Now see this. I minimized this one. This is our original OS, right? This is our original OS, and this is our VMware. I am clicking on this. I am starting this one. Now it started, right? Now inside our system we have started one more VMware. Now observe this. Are you able to view this, right? So this one is the VMware OS. VMware OS. Everything will be installed here, like Informatica, at the same time Oracle. Now see this. This is our VMware. This is our original OS. Now I am going to VMware. VMware. Here, if you observe here, see this. Everything will be installed. Go to the program. If you see here, Informatica. Informatica is installed, right? At the same time, Oracle also installed. Okay, good. Now, before starting, always we need to start Informatica services first. We need to start Informatica services. Start Informatica services. Once it is started, then we can open, we can able to work with components, Informatica components. Okay, now it's starting. Now it will start Informatica services, at the same time Oracle services, both the Informatica services and then Oracle services. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. We'll see. Okay, now it's starting. It started now. Okay, once it started, we can connect to the designer, Informatica designer. Before that, we will start. 1 second. Could you just give me a moment? Hello, చెప్పారు ఇంట్లో. Sorry. Okay. Once it started, okay, we can able to connect with designer. If you want, we can able to double click on this one directly. Okay, double click. If you double click, it will open Power Center Designer. So now it's opening, right? So it's opening Power Center Designer. So in designer, what we will do, we will create a mapping, right? We will create a mapping. In the train, we need a bogies, right? So those bogies means it's a structure. So here we are in the designer, we are designing the flow. We are designing data flow. Now we need to connect like this. This is the repository to discuss. This is repository, INF repository. Okay, now here I am connecting. Connect. Okay, it will ask username and password. Username and password will be the same username and then same password. Okay, it's connecting. Now it's connecting to the designer, automatic designer. Now it's connected. So this, now I am connecting to the folder. Inside the designer we have the folder. Like if we have in one project, we will have the sub modules, right? Like that, each and every module will be the different folders. Here we have created 3 different folders. I am clicking class folder. Now it's connecting. Now it's connecting to the class folder. Now observe this left hand side, all the objects will be there. Whatever the objects we are going to use, those objects will be there in the left hand side, like source, targets, transformations, and then mappings. All those objects will be there in the left hand side. And then right hand side, this is the workspace. This is workspace. So here this is the designer. First one, mapping designer. This tab is source analyzer. Here we will create a source structure. To create a mapping, we need source and target, right? We need a source and target. The same way here, before that we need to create source structure. This is here in the source analyzer, they will create source structure. In target designer, they will create target structure. We have to create a target structure here, just structure, not the data. Okay, remember this. Just we are creating a structures here, that's it. In the designer, just we are creating a structure of the how the data is flowing from source to target. So in the mapping designer, this is mapping designer. Here we will create mapping data flow. For example, this is a simple mapping. This is the data flow from source to target, how the data is flowing. This is a source and then this is target. Okay, this is target. Now flow is coming. Just a minute. Asma, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now I'm able to hear you.
Okay, fine. Good. Okay. Now, first to create mapping, what are the things required? Source structure, at the same time target structure. These source structures and target structure, from where we have to import these source and target structure, we need to import from the database, right? From the database, the table should be exist. Those tables should be exist, then only we can able to work with Informatica, right? So here we will connect to database first. See here, this is workspace. We can call it as a workspace. Left hand side is all the objects will be there, like source, target, and then transformation, and then mapping. These are the important objects, and these are the folders. These are the folders, and this one is repository. This one we can call it as a repository. Okay, and now a minute. We'll connect to the database. Now, Scott, once they install the software, automatically it will come. We have to connect to database Scott and then Tiger. Scott and the username is Scott and then password will be the Tiger. It's same. Now here the table should be exist, right? So we will see, we will take employee table and then one target table, one source table and then one target table, and then we will load the data from source to target one, source to target, like without any transformations, without any transformations. So without any transformations we discussed, right, Asma and Neha, last time.
Yes, sir.
We will use
Yes, sir.
now. Okay, fine, good. Now here we will use one, we will discuss one transformation, that is filter transformation. Filter transformation. Now for the filter we will create one target table called, we will take a emp table as a source. One second. Set line size, line size 200, set page size 200. Okay, right, start from EMP. Now, if you observe the data in the EMP table, now see the data in the EMP table. Now, here we have employee number, name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, department number. All the things is there, right? Now, with the help of filter transformation, the name itself, it says it is doing some filter, right? Filter means whatever the filter condition, if the records satisfy those filter condition, those records only it will go to the target, it will process to the target. Records does not match the filter condition, those records it will not process. Just a minute. Filter means, filter transformation means the records which satisfies the business condition, satisfy the business condition or satisfy the condition, given business condition, those records only it will process to the, sorry, those records only it will process to the target table. Remaining records it will reject, remaining records it will not process. That is filter transformation. For example, in the employee table, department column is there, right? Department number column is there. If you observe here, department number
Yes.
column, department numbers, we have department number 10, department number 30, department number 20 is there. Now when we are loading the data into EMP, suppose EMP is the source table, EMP underscore filter, we can take it as a target table. When we are loading the data into the EMP underscore filter target, we need only department number 30 records only. Remaining records we don't want. Remaining department number 10 and department number 20 we don't required. Now with the using of filter transformation, we need to give the condition in the filter. If you observe here, see department number 20 is there, 30 is there, 10 is there. So we require only department number 10 records into the target table. Now this target is a new target, right? EMP underscore filter. So we will create a new target table. EMP underscore filter target as start from EMP where 1 equal to 2. Now EMP underscore filter target, this new target table is created, right? In this target we need to load the data with the help of Informatica, we are using filter transformation here. Now in this table we don't have any data now, right? emp underscore filter target, we don't have any data. So with the help of filter transformation, we will process that one. Now the table is created in the database, right? Target table. Source table already it's there. If you observe emp source already existing, so no need to import again. Once if you import the table, how you will import the source analyzer and then go to the source and then import from database,
What
right?
from database?
This is the process.
Yes.
Now how to import? I will do one thing. I will give the control to any one of you. Okay, you can practice. Just a minute. Share the keyboard and mouse with have the option to give the control to Hasma, how you have connected with
System, sir.
system only?
Laptop. Yeah.
Not showing. Okay, fine. It's not showing only. I think that you have connected with a tab or something. Okay. Neha, take the control now. Okay, I will tell you what all the things you need to do. Take the control. Okay, you have the control now. Now go to the VMware last tab. Yes, go there. Now try it one more time. Import the source. How to do that? Go to the source tab.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
source is already there. For your practice, just
Yeah.
import one more time. How to do that?
Okay.
Go to source.
Go to the
Just
source above.
Yes, above. It's okay. No, not required. Don't pull. Okay, leave it. Go right click anywhere. Right click. Yeah, right click on workspace. Clear all. Clear all. Okay, good. Now how to import the source means go to the source tab. Fine. Yes,
yeah.
above source tab, click on
Import
that
from
one.
database.
Import from database. This is the process to import. Okay, source. Now give the password.
Tiger.
Give the password. Last. Yeah, tiger. Okay, good. Now connect. Okay. Now expand this cart below. Expand. What is the source table name? EMP, right? Come down.
EMP, right?
Come down. Select that
Just
particular EMP. Yes, EMP is the right. Select that one. Good. Now click OK. No. Don't
Oh,
select all.
sorry, sir.
It's okay. No issues. EMP and then click OK. Okay. Now already it's there. That's why it's showing again, right? Replace. Apply to all tables and then replace. Replace means it will replace the particular table. Okay. Now source table came, right? Source table
Yeah.
came here. Now control S. It will save. Control S. Just to save this particular source object. Source structure you have imported. Okay, good. Now go to the target designer beside one. Yes, click on that one. Here new target we have created a new target, right? Clear all.
Yeah.
Clear all. It will clear all means it will clear all the objects from the workspace, but it will be existing in Informatica. Okay, but it will
Okay.
clear the objects from the
From
that's it.
workspace.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Now what is our target table name?
EMP
Employee underscore
underscore filter tag.
Come down, select that particular target. Yes, good. Click OK. Okay, now save. Control S. Good. Now we have taken source is there, target is there, right? Source table is there, target table is there. Now go to the mapping designer. Good. Close the existing mapping. Go to the mapping tab above. Mapping tab is there, right? First header mapping tab. Move the mouse up. Yes, good. Close. Close option is there, right? Yes, it will close the existing mapping. Now we need to create a new mapping, right? We need to create new mapping. So go to the mapping tab
We need to
again.
drag down.
No. We need to create. If already it's existing, then we need to drop down, drag it. So we are creating new mapping. Okay, create m underscore mapping name. Always it should start with small m. That is the naming convention. M underscore emp underscore filter. Okay, now click on OK. Good. Emp underscore filter. Now little bit move up. Now mapping name we need to drag source and targets, right?
Source.
Yes. Click
Right.
on the source emp. Emp is our source, right? Click on source and drag and drop on the workspace. Drag and drop. Yeah, good. Now source object
Target.
came, right? Along with the source, what we received? Along with the source, one
Source
more
qualifier.
source qualifier. This is the default transformation, right? Default transformation. If you want to like move up, just right click on click somewhere in the workspace and then again select. No. Click somewhere. Yes. Now drag that one. No. Don't do. Yeah.
It,
Okay. Fine. Do it. It will come. Arrange all. Arrange all. Yeah. Good.
yeah.
Now source is there. Source qualifier is there. So now what we required? Target, right?
Target table.
Yes.
Top.
Target table also. Pull the target table. Go to the targets. Expand the targets. Select that particular target. Emp underscore filter underscore target, right?
Just a sec. It
Yes, it's there.
does not drag.
It's there. Little bit
It is
above.
there?
Yes,
It's there.
little bit above. Emp underscore. Go left hand side. No, not here.
No. I was saying that it did not
No.
like
Yes,
drop, right?
we have to drag and drop. Yeah, good. Now
No.
source is there. Source qualifier is there, and then target we have. Good. Now we need
Now
to create a transformation. Now create a new transformation. Select
which would be the filter.
filter transformation. Yes, we need to select filter transformation. Now click on this one. Give the name. We are filtering.
Uh,
We are doing filter, right? So based on which column we are doing filter? Based on department, right? So give
department under.
yes department underscore filter. It means we can, if you see that, okay, we can easily identify because department number we are filtering. Based on the department number we are filtering here. Now keep this, put this filter transformation, uh, close it.
Okay.
Yeah, keep put, drag and drop this filter transformation after the source qualifier. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. After that, take this target table below target table.
Just
After the
just a
filter,
sec.
yeah, okay, good. Okay, very good. Now all the source qualifier
Delete it.
columns connect to the filter. Connect to filter. Select all. Right click and then select all. Right click, select all. It will select all the columns. Okay. Now go to the EMP number. Yeah. Click select. Yes. Hold and then drag and drop. Drag and drop. Yeah. Release. Yeah. Now it's all the columns is connected to the filter transformation.
Filter.
Okay. Good. From here we need to give the condition, right? In the filter,
Right.
how come it know what all the columns we need to fill?
Under the ports, we will mention the condition
No, under the
property.
properties. Okay, go to the properties.
Okay.
We need to mention the condition here. We need to give the condition. Based on this condition only, it will filter the data. Okay, click on true. Yes. Remove these things. Remove the true. Remove. Good. Now go to the ports. Go to the ports tab. Double click on department number equal to 30. This is our
We need
requirement, right?
30.
Anything 10
Yeah.
or 20 or 30, anything you can give. Okay, this is our requirement. So we need to filter only department number 30 records required for the target table. So we are filtering this one. Okay, now good. Good. Now click OK. Now apply, and then click OK. Good. Now select all the columns from the DEPT filter and then drag and drop to the target table. Drag and drop all the columns to the target. Yes, good. You have to release on EMP
Oh,
number. Otherwise, mismatch will happen. Do one thing. Now select all the links. Select all the links. No, not there. Link is there, right? Blue link. Yes. Select that
okay,
link.
yeah.
Yes.
So it is not getting selected just.
Yes. Delete. Just delete. Yeah, good. Click on that link and then delete. It will delete all the things. You can delete all the ports at one time also.
So actually, here it is a bit slow, so
Okay, okay,
it is.
okay.
So okay, it's getting.
Okay. Now delete it, right? Now connect all the things one more time. You have to release on first column. Yes, good. Now release. Yeah, now it's connected properly, right? See one more time.
Right.
Expand that target table and then check all the columns is connected properly. Any mismatch is there? It means EMP number to EMP number should be there. Employee name to employee name should be there. Job to job. Manager to manager, right? So if
Yeah.
suppose if you mismatch the ports here, then it will be wrong, right? Instead of EMP number, you have connect that EMP number to E name. Then it is wrong, right?
Right.
So it will not
Right.
follow you. So good. Now
So
mapping.
can I save that?
Yes, mapping we have created. You can save. Control S. Good. Now here, if you observe what it's showing, this particular mapping is valid. It means the
Right.
mapping without any errors. Mapping is without any errors. What we have done here, we used filter transformation here, right? With the source and
Right.
target, we are using filter transformation according to our business logic. Very good. Okay. Now we have created a structure, mapping structure. Now go to the workflow manager.
So 1 minute, can I just check with the parameters over here?
Sure,
Like,
sure,
can
definitely.
I open this
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
just for the my learning?
Yeah,
Like under the transformation page, there is the transformation name, what kind of transformation type it is.
yes.
Make reusable means like I can reuse that into
Yeah.
the
We will discuss
like
later. Yeah.
okay.
Just for the reusable purpose. The transformation is reusable. I will tell you. Go
So reusable in the mapping scope only or the wherever I can reuse that.
So if you reuse, if you click reuse here, okay, you can
Yeah.
able to reuse in any of the mapping.
Any of the mapping outside of this mapping as well, right?
Yes. Okay, if you make it
Okay.
as a reusable, then we can use in outside of the mapping also. But within this folder only. We will discuss those
Okay.
concepts. Okay. That is another
Okay.
concept is there. Okay, we will discuss those things.
Okay. So now I have to go
Okay,
to the
good. Now go to just here only you can go. Don't go like that. Here,
yeah,
yes.
there it
You
is.
can if you click on workflow manager here, it will open the window. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Now
So
close
can
the
I close?
existing, go to the workflow tab and then close. Okay, very good. Now create a new workflow here. Go to the workflow and then create. Give the
Now.
workflow name WKF. Yeah, anything is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry.
Underscore EMP filter. EMP filter. Good. Okay, now click OK. Okay, we have created a workflow here. Right? We created a workflow and then we need to create a session, right? We need to
Yeah.
create a session here. Now go to the task tab, No, don't go here.
Sorry, sir.
This is a different one. Go to the workflow designer and go to the task tab. Create. Okay. Now give the name s underscore emp underscore filter. Good. Now it will ask for the which mapping you are creating a session, right? We need
M
to
underscore EMP
mention, right?
for
Yes.
filter.
M underscore filter emp target. Is that the mapping name is correct? Just check one more time. Go to the designer once. No, not here. You have minimized, right? Designer. Yes.
Sir, actually here the screen is getting short.
Okay.
So
Just a minute. Yeah. M underscore
here,
EMP filter. Mapping name is, see here, M underscore
yeah,
EMP filter. You
EMP
have to
underscore
select that particular mapping. You have selected another mapping.
Underscore target. Yeah.
another,
Now
yeah.
double click one,
So I
delete this,
can,
delete this, delete this session.
uh,
Just click on that particular session and then delete. Just press delete. Yeah, good. Click S. Okay, now create one more time.
Task.
Yes, create. Give the name S underscore. Okay, good. Select that mapping. EMP filter, right?
It's there only.
It's there.
First one.
Yeah, good. Now click OK. Okay, now done. Done. Yeah, good. Okay, now give the link. Now we have to give the link. Good. Okay, good. Now double click the session. Go to the mapping tab. Go to the mapping tab. Here we need to check database connections. Database connections is there or not. Now it's there. Source is there, right? Oracle. Database
yeah.
connection is Oracle. It's there. Good. Now click on the target. Above one. Target. Yeah. It's there. Okay. And then here
Yeah.
we need to change target load type. Change the target load type below. Target load type bulk to normal.
Normal,
Bulk to
right?
normal. Very good. Now click OK. And then now save. Now save it. Control S. Now the session is also valid, right? So we have created a
Yeah.
mapping with the transformation, filter transformation, and then we have created a session. We have a workflow. And then open the monitor first. First open the monitor and then we will run. Go to the monitor. Just click on the monitor. Yeah, good. Click OK. Yeah, double click on the connect. Okay, good. Now it's connected. Okay, now go to the workflow. Okay, now start the workflow. Go to the workflow tab.
So
Go.
we can also do that from here
Yes, we
itself,
can
right?
also do that from here also. One more thing. No. Just right click somewhere else and then I will tell you. Yes, click on workflow or session, anything. Click on workflow on
Mm-hmm.
session. Right click on workflow on session
Workflow or
or session,
session, right?
anything. Yes, select that. Yes, right click. Start workflow from task. Start workflow from task. Okay, now go to the monitor. Open the
Workflow
monitor.
monitor.
Yeah. Now see, now it's running, right? That particular job
Yeah.
is running.
Right.
Now click on the session here. Double click on the session as yes. It will show you the statistics, right? So
Mm-hmm.
job is running and then statistics. See here, job is succeeded, right? Job got succeeded. How many rows from the target it picked and how many rows it loaded to the target table?
It 6 rows are getting loaded. 6 rows, and 14 rows are in the source qualifier, but it selected like filtered out the 6 and loaded into the target.
Very good. And then how much time it has taken?
It has taken the 462 seconds.
Okay, good. Start time and the end time will be there, right? Start time
Yeah,
and end time will be there. And then,
yeah,
so we have, suppose we have created a mapping, and then we have to test in the development, right? As a developer,
right.
once you created the mapping, we have to test that. So
Yes.
here, what are the things we need to do? We need to run that particular job, and then we need a proof, right? We have run that we have tested this particular thing. We need a proof. So what we will do, we need to capture this screenshot. We can capture this
Right.
particular screenshot, status, succeeded status, at the same time these statistics, and then along with this we can save the session logs also. Now how to view the session log?
Sir, by right click on the
Yes, right click,
session itself here,
right click,
then
and
the
then
get
go to
session
the
log,
get session log. What it will contains
and we
session
can
log?
also save it from
Yes, we
here.
can also save it. Okay, if you want you can
Can I
save,
save?
otherwise if you want you can save, otherwise you cancel. It's not required. Okay,
Okay.
now what it contains, session log, what it contains generally?
It contains the like every single step, like how much like while string connection string what it is using, how many data it is fetching from the one source, and how like how data is getting into the target, and
Okay,
if there is any debug or warning errors over there.
good. All the things. So each and everything in what is going on in the back end, what is going on, it will show you everything. If you received any errors, then what it will do? It will show you
So
that
it will
error also, right?
Mhm.
yeah, error.
It will show you that error. So if you want, we can.
Instead of info, it will show the error message. Like here, info is there, like it is giving the info, but where the error is there, so there will be code of
Yes, yes,
ERROR for the error.
exactly. So now close this session log, close it, and then we will do one thing. Now go to the workflow manager, go to the workflow. Yes, double
Yeah.
click on the session, double click. Now here we have now before that, go to the target table and check the data, which all the department numbers it's loaded into the target table. We need to check the data in the target table, right? We need to get the
Yeah.
confirmation like whatever we have done,
Mhm.
it's logically working, right? emp underscore filter target. Good. Filter target. Okay, now see the data, semicolon, enter. Yeah, now observe this.
Only the 6 rows are there for the
Okay,
department
only
30.
6 rows, only for these rows, for the only department number 30, only for the department number 30 it's loading into the target table, right? Remaining
Yes.
things
Right.
it's not loading. Department number
Mm.
10 and department number 20 it's rejected,
Mm.
right? It rejected remaining things. So only it satisfied whatever the filter condition, those records only it processed to the target table. Clear, right? Okay, good.
Right.
Now go to the workflow. We'll do one thing. We will put a one error in, and then we will see the session log. Double click on the session. Go to the mapping tab. Go to the mapping tab, and then click on the source sq underscore emp. Yes. Come down here. Here, come down little bit. SQL query is the right. Click on that one.
Yeah.
SQL query. Yes. Click. Yes. Edit. Give one comma or question mark, anything here. Okay. Click OK. Okay. Fine. apply, okay, apply, okay, and then save, okay. Now here intentionally we have done some mistake. Now go to the workflow manager and
One
trigger this job.
work from
Yeah,
monitor.
anywhere in the monitor also
Just,
you can able to trigger, or workflow also you can able to trigger.
just a sec, sir.
Yeah, yes. Now open the monitor. It's running, right? It's running.
Yes.
Good. Okay. See, it got
So
failed,
under
right?
the failure information, it will
Yes.
give the information
The
as well.
failure information it will give in the statistics, right?
See,
It will give in the
yes.
statistics. You can able to identify the error here only. So you can't able to identify the error here. You can open the session log. In the session log, in-depth information will be there. Okay. Here, maximize this. If you want to identify the error directly, severity option is there, right? Below save. Yes. If you click that severity, it will show you the error. What is the error? See, read this error. What it is saying?
It is saying that while executing the SQL statement, it is giving the fatal error.
Yes.
Uh,
Fatal error. Before that, zero initialization count, right? Zero
right.
iteration count, database driven error, right? Function name execute, SQL statement, question mark is there. See there? In the SQL
Yes.
statement,
Yeah.
some error is there. It's showing in the particularly that particular SQL statement error is there. Right? So we need to go to that particular SQL statement and
Mm.
we need to check. Right? If you are facing any issue, we can able to find out all the errors in the session log. So remove that one. Now you understood, right? How to check the log
Yeah.
file. Okay,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay, good. Okay, remove that. Revert, just revert. If you click on revert, it will go back to the previous thing. Yes, good, very good. Now, yes,
Apply and okay.
okay. Click OK, and then save. Control S. Again save. Now, one question. Now already the data is there in the target table, right? In the target table, six
Right.
rows is there, right? Six records. We have six
Right.
records. Now, if you run the same job one more time, it will load the data or not.
So there is functionality of overwriting the data into the Informatica. So
Okay.
generally, we can do one thing over there, like either we can do the pre-SQL query, which will say like whatever the we can delete the data for the today's run
Hmm.
by the sales date time, and then we can load our data. So generally,
Good.
Informatica is a kind of tool where we sync the functionality, because in the live environment there is more of chances are there when we have to rerun the our schedule, and we don't want to the duplicacy of the data. So for that only we just mostly do that pre-SQL,
Yes.
which
Yes.
will delete the presence data.
You will have so many options for that. Okay, without
Yeah.
loading the duplicate. But forget all those options, and then if you run that job as it is now, what will happen?
Uh,
It will run, or it
It will.
succeeded, or it will fail, or it will not load that data into the target. And what will be the thing? Any guess? You understood my question,
I
right?
think,
Yes, sir. Of
yeah,
course.
Okay,
I think this should load the data twice.
good. Okay, yes, exactly. It will load the data one more time. Okay, now trigger
Yeah,
the job and see. It will load
just,
the
just.
duplicate records into the target table. The chances is there, right? Who can? Yes. Just you can run
Just
in the monitor also.
yeah, there is.
Yes, in the from the monitor also you can able to run. Now one more time it started, right? Close this workflow. Sorry, session log. Session log. Close this session log. Yeah. Now it's running again, right? Again it
Yeah,
succeeded. Again it loaded
succeeded.
6 rows,
6 rows.
right? So here we did not given any restriction to load the data into the target table, right? So
Okay.
if you don't want to load duplicate records again, we can give the restriction. So it means if you put primary key on the target table, it will not load, right? So nothing
Yeah.
is there. So we don't have any restriction on the target table. That's why it has taken. It has taken. Now 6 plus 6, 12 will be there, right? See,
Yes.
12 rows is there. Okay. If you don't want the previous records, and then we need only fresh records. Okay. For that, one more option is there. Go to the workflow. Now double click the session.
Just a second. Mm.
Okay. 12 records is there right now. Okay. Double click the session.
I don't know.
Go to the mapping tab and go to the target, click on that one. Yes, here come down, thus options come down little bit. Wait, little bit, move up. Here truncate target of table option is there, right? Truncate
Yeah.
target table option, check that one. Check that option. So if you click this particular option before loading the data into the target table, whatever the data is there, previous data, it will remove all the previous data, and then it will load only the fresh data. Only this particular this run, what data, the whatever the data processed in this run, those data only it will load into the target table. Understood, right? What it will do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it
So
will.
my question is,
Yes.
I have one query like in the truncate target table option,
Okay.
it will delete for the today's run only or the
No,
entire
all
previous data?
entire previous data, whatever the data
Okay.
is available in the target table, all the data it will truncate.
So,
All
sir,
the
this could be
available.
dangerous as well.
Sorry, this could be.
This could be dangerous as well in the prod
Yes,
environment.
exactly. Yes. Yes, suppose if you suppose sometimes the data will be the always we required only fresh data, right? We no need to consider
Right.
old data. In that case, we will check this option. Otherwise,
Right.
we will not use this option. Okay. If you
Okay.
use this
Okay.
option, it will truncate the old data, and then it will load fresh data only. Okay. Now apply and then okay,
Okay.
and then we will see this. Control S, save, good. Now trigger the job. From here also we can able to trigger, right? Yes. Start. Yes. Good. Now it is triggering, right? Okay. Good. Double click on the session, then you can able to. Yes. Good. Okay. Now 6, right? Previously how many records is there? 12, right?
12 records.
Now how many we are expecting? It should be
6.
6.
only 6.
6.
See here, only 6
Yeah.
records. Previous 12 records it's deleted, right? It means
Deleted.
it has truncated. Okay.
Yes.
So this is
Oh,
now you are clear, right? Today's session. Any doubts in this session? Today's class?